Okay, well, after my last video of rather aggressively telling you not to hunt and stay out of your woods, here I am in my favorite tree stand on the farm, but with good reason. We drove a quad the entire way in, and we've been very loud the whole way. We're not gonna spook any deer. Every deer knows we're coming. Had a couple batteries to replace some trail cameras to move around, and then I made this set a double set. It's 90 degrees out. I'm not hunting. The area we're in, no one is going to be hunting near it. It's pretty much our sanctuary, butts up to the neighbors, and they are not hunting. So, although I said stay out of the woods, we have good reason, and this is going to be a good segue of where you should be and where you shouldn't be. The next video for early October hunting and the weather patterns you should hunt and the areas you should be hunting, as opposed to what you shouldn't be doing, which is what I talked about in the last video. So I'll try to be a bit cheerier. I'll smile a little bit more, and hopefully everyone's having a great October. Hey guys, Matt Kingsley with Process Outdoors. I am back at you again, but we've got some good news on the way. After this super warm start to October, after this weekend rolls through, we have a cold front moving in. It has gone from 90 degrees and it's dropping down into the low 60s. Now, that doesn't mean go jump into your bedding areas. Don't go freaking out and think, oh, I need to hit all the spots that I'm going to hit in the rut. It's still only the first week of October and it's the early season, but it's good cause to get excited. We are very happy right now. You saw in the beginning of this that I was in a bedding area, and I know it went against everything that I said in that last video where stay out of the woods, don't do this, but we had good reason. We were driving in to all the camera locations. We had batteries to replace. We had cameras to move. We had scrapes that needed fixed. Had a couple vines that fell down. But we drove the ATV in there. Driving that ATV in there, we were talking very loud the entire time on the ATV trail that we have, that we mowed through this year. And everywhere that we went, we were making as much noise as possible. And it was 1 in the afternoon. No deer that we were bumping were going onto neighbors to get shot. They were just going into thicker cover, or they were well aware we were there and they just laid there and watched us walk by. Okay, so where do we hunt? There's weather moving in. It's going to be cold. Well, it's going to be colder. It's still only in the 60s, but fantastic compared to what it's been. Almost a 30-degree drop in some spots. Do you want to hunt a morning? Maybe. Depends. If you've got cameras that are telling you to hunt, go off your camera data. You can't argue with it. It's real-time data and you have to trust it. If you've got past experiences with deer that are telling you a specific time to hunt them, do it. If you're just trying to fill a tag, go after it. Hunt whenever you want. If you're trying to kill a mature deer, that's a big difference. A mature deer is different than just trying to kill a doe or a small deer. My son killed a spike during youth. Fantastic. Great time. All the kids are still out there. Still don't fall into that social media trap. People are still posting deer, but remember, people have deer on patterns. People have different situations than everybody else. Some people might have 1,000 acres. Some people might have 10. 10 acres, if it's in the right spot, deer are going to do the same thing every day. I used to hunt urban. It was very easy to get out and shoot a doe when I needed to. Those green food sources right now are key. All of the crops are drying out. The acorns are dropping. This rain that's coming is going to knock a ton of acorns out of the trees. They're dry, they're going to fall. If you hunt the morning, I don't know, maybe get in there nice and early, hunt an acorn flat, not in your huge sanctuary or the spot you never ever go that you know is the best bedding and the biggest bucks hide out, because this time of year, they beat you back to the bedding a lot. They're not taking their time, and you're probably not going to beat them back. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. The odds are not in your favor. And that's what you need to focus on right now, is when the deer are going to be moving based on the odds. If you have hardcore line data that is telling you, I need to hunt, I need to get in here, do it. You've got a ton of season left. If you mess up, you can make up for it later in the season or on the next cold front, but you cannot go in and just blow those spots up, blow it up, blow it up. Every time you go in and come back out, you're leaving so much scent that those deer are going to know that they're being hunted, and that is the last thing you want. Okay, you're going to hunt in the afternoon. It's been raining all day. That's what's going to happen by Monday. Monday, I'm planning on getting out if I can. I may get rained out, I don't know, but I'm not worried about it. I have other responsibilities. My wife's going on a girls' trip, and my boys are going to be here. I have all three of my boys to myself, but my mom's coming to help out. Hey, you know what? Earn those brownie points while you can. Keep the brownie points coming, but don't force it. I'm not worried if I don't get out. It's not November 6th, it's October 6th. November 6th, yeah, I'm gonna push it, and I might make some people mad trying to get out in the woods, but that's when you have to be in the woods. You don't know what the deer are gonna do right now, because all of the crops that are coming out, everything is changing in the deer woods. Acorns, green food sources. There's no corn anymore. So much corn has been picked this last week with how hot it's been. Lots of beans are starting to come out. With this rain that's coming, you know, it's up in the air whether or not deer go to scrapes or don't go to scrapes when it rains. In my experience, if it rains, I'm trying to hunt a scrape. This time of year through late October, the 20th, 25th, I'm hunting scrapes. If I'm out in the afternoon, that buck's getting out of his bed and he's probably hitting a scrape on the way to a food source. That's where I'm going to try and be. If you've got bucks on trail camera throughout the summer that are frequently hitting certain scrapes, try to be in that area. If you're hunting in the morning, well, I would get up high. The thermals are going to rise, and you need just consistent wind, 5-10 miles an hour. If you're hunting in the evening, maybe get down low by water. They've been on a pattern. They're down low in the cool areas. They're down by the water. Sure, it's going to be cold, but those deer still have the same pattern that they've been doing for a month now, where we haven't had any rain. It's going to rain. They might get up on their feet early. Think about yourself sitting out there. You sitting under a pine tree, being cold and wet all day, you're going to get up earlier than usual. You might not feed as much. You might think, oh, I need to go to this food source. I need to go to this. Just be where you think they're going to travel to. Still don't fall in that social media trap. Please, everybody, you have so much time. I've said it 20 times already in these 2 little 10-minute videos. You do not have to push yourself just because of the social media pressure. Shoot a doe. If you have to get out in the woods, just go to a very easy access spot and just shoot a doe right there. You're not going to hurt anything on a big food source, a small micro plot. Find somewhere that is away from where you think that buck might be hanging out till last light, and get away from that and take that doe. Get some meat in the freezer and just enjoy time. Maybe if you want to go out, film a friend shooting a deer because you don't want to go on your pup. But right now, we are all staying out of the woods until Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That weather, it's going to be a low pressure system coming in with a huge temp drop. There's going to be rain, tons of moisture, and then the high pressure that is coming in on Tuesday, Wednesday across the state. That is when the deer are going to move. Those bluebird skies are going to come. All this is going to brush over, but then it's going to get hot again. It's October. It's a roller coaster. It's terrible. The heat, and at least there's no humidity, but that heat is coming back, and then it's going to dissipate a little bit, but just deal with it. You can handle it. Everybody's going to be fine. Just breathe through it. Deer hunting is still a marathon. It's a marathon season. It starts off slow and ramps up in the middle. Enjoy it. Get out there. Good luck. Be patient.